Hey, my friends, this is AD, and I'm coming to you today with this message. Choose you. Choose you. There's a power in choosing yourself, making yourself a priority. So many times we sacrifice the passions that we have in our lives, the happiness that we could have for someone else's. So today we're going to tackle this topic, and I hope that you are empowered and motivated to take care of you and to love yourself just a little bit more this week. Let's get started. Welcome to Better Is Now, the podcast. I believe we live in a world filled with limitless possibilities. And in this world, we are all looking to feel, do, and to be better. From that limitlessness, gentle nudges arise to remind us of our own possibilities. Today's nudge is about to begin right now. All right, let's get to it. Today's topic, as I said, is really about choosing you. And, many times our life gets so tangled with other people, whether it's our significant other, our children, family, friends. We oftentimes find ourselves, because we only got 24 hours in a day, we find ourselves having to choose between ourselves and someone else. What we're going to do for us and what we're going to do for somebody else. And too many times, that's right, too many times, what do? We choose the someone else. So each day, many of us choose someone else's happiness and their well-being over our own. And, I get it. And here's the disclaimer. I'm not saying to take away that which we do and that which we give to our loved ones and the people that we care about our lives. I'm just saying that in the process of caring for other people, make yourself a priority. And that's so key, because what winds up happening is that you wind up neglecting yourself in the process. That's what we do. Neglecting yourself robs you of the joy that you could possibly have. It robs you of the happiness that you could be experiencing. It robs you of the passion that you could be living through and experiencing every day. And so, that being the case, we often are doing this. And see, this is so key to understand. Why is it that we make everybody else a priority? Why do we do that? Why do we focus on other people and make them a priority? Many times we're doing that because this is our attempt at screaming to the world to say, hey, this is how I want you to treat me. You do everything for everybody. You sacrifice your time. You sacrifice your talents, your gifts, your resources. You put everything and everybody else above your own passions, your own desires. You set aside your dreams so that you can help someone else fulfill theirs. And you do that because you're trying to model for them a way that you want them to treat you. I want you to think about that for a second and ask yourself, am I doing the things that I'm doing purely out of my desire to be of service, my desire to empower, uplift, and to help? Or am I also doing it because I want them to treat me the same way? Am I planting the seeds in their life because I want them to plant those seeds back in mine? And I get it, but let me help you with that. The best way that you can teach someone to love you, the best way that you can teach someone how to treat you and what to do for you and with you and alongside you is for you to do those things for yourself. When somebody comes into your life and they see that you treat yourself well, that you take care of your physical body, that you exercise, and that you eat good, and that you live a particular standard in a particular way. As they come into your space, you have created a matrix for your life. And that matrix, by representation, it is the model for which you operate and how you teach them how to treat you. I'm going to say that again, and I really, really want you to get this. Many times, the reason why we do so much for other people is that it is a part of us that is screaming to try to tell them, to teach them how to treat us. The best way to do it, though, is to treat yourself well first. Create in your own life and in your own personal space happiness, fulfillment, joy, doing the things that you love to do. Treat yourself well. And as you treat yourself well, people will learn to treat you well. Because see, what's happening is you're actually modeling the opposite. Because you constantly place them first and you neglect yourself, you are teaching them to neglect you too. Now, I want you to really get that. You are subconsciously teaching them to neglect you and to put you second, because you already put yourself second and them first. You want them to understand that you're absolutely valuable. You absolutely deserve all of the great things in life. But if you're not willing to give them to yourself, how do you expect somebody else to offer it to you? Because really, that's what we're waiting on many times. We're waiting on somebody else to give us something when we have the ability, the capacity to give it to ourselves. So again, the best way to teach someone how to treat you is to treat yourself good. And how do you treat yourself good? How do you do this? How do you begin the process? How do you get past the guilt? Well, you shouldn't be guilty for you, or you shouldn't be made to feel guilty for loving you. You shouldn't be made to feel guilty for making yourself feel good. So AD, how is it that we make, how is it that I'm going to make myself happy? The way that you make yourself happy is to do the thing that makes you happy, and you will be happy. We make life too complicated. We make things too deep. This talk today is very, very simple. It's really about getting you back in alignment with who you really are. It's really about getting you back in alignment with who you are, what you're about, and what you want for yourself in your life. Yes, you can still love people. Yes, you can still take care of folks. But in the process, you don't have to neglect yourself in doing it. Don't neglect yourself. Love yourself. Make yourself happy. How do you make yourself happy? Do the things that you love to do. Do the things that make you happy, and you shall be happy. Do the things that make you happy, and you shall be happy. I'm going to give you a few things that you should do. Number one, make time for yourself. That's right. Make time for you. Set some time. And I'm preaching to myself, because once upon a time, those who know me, they know that on Fridays, I don't work. I don't work on a Friday. I don't. Friday was a day that I gave to myself. Friday's the day that I give to myself. The other days I give to my family, my friends, and my business, my passionate purpose. But Friday had always been for AD. But because so much has been going on, I started placing everything and everybody else before me. And so this talk is not only for everybody else, but it's also for me too, because it is so important that we make ourselves a priority in everything that we do. Even if you're, living out your passionate purpose, like what I'm doing right now, having this moment to share with you is a part of my passionate purpose. But at the same time, there's time that I need to make to wind down, to do absolutely nothing, to meditate, to sit on the back of the boat, to smoke a cigar, to laugh with some friends, to watch a good movie, and to do what I want to do what's going to make me happy. Because when I'm happy and I'm in a good space, that allows me to walk in more power, and my ability to impact other people's lives is increased tenfold. And that's the same thing for you. Many of you feel tired and worn out because you've given everything that you have and you haven't kept anything for yourself. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking directly to you. So make time for yourself. The second thing is make special time, like quiet time, like meditation time, time when you are being reflective, and time that you just spend with you, with yourself, and for nobody else, but just you. Because there's some things that the higher aspect of yourself is trying to talk to you about, is trying to share with you. And as long as there's constant noise, and as long as you're always busy doing something for somebody, guess what? You can't hear. So make time to be quiet, and so that you can listen and hear at the same time. The next thing, this is a good one, and we don't do it too often, but we have to get better at it. Me too. Is that you have to pamper you. Treat yourself good. When was the last time you ran a bubble bath for yourself? When was the last time you did nothing? When was the last time you went and got your nails done, got a pedicure, bought yourself some flowers? When was the last time you treated you? So pamper yourself. Do something special for you. Next thing, with intentionality, take yourself on a date. Take yourself out. Even if you just go grab yourself some lunch. No kids, no husband, no wife, no significant other, nobody, just you. Go grab yourself something to eat, what you want, and you don't have to share it. It's just you. And I want you to understand that it's not about being selfish, because that means you're holding a part of yourself away from someone. No, I'm not talking about being selfish. I'm talking about being self-centered, that you place yourself in the center of your universe and you focus on you. And the next thing, buy yourself something. Buy yourself something. Do something for you. All of this is about you, because there's so much that's going on right now in this world. And when you think about it, if we all took care of ourselves first, if we all did the things, now think about this for a second, if we all did the things that made us happy, we would be happy. And if each and every person did the thing that made them happy, and each and every one of us were happy because we were doing the things that made us happy, the world would be a happier place. The problem is people are miserable because they're doing things that they don't want to do. Put yourself first. I'm going to say it again. The reason we are in the state that we are in is because we are not taking care of ourselves first and putting ourselves in a healthy space first. We are always prioritizing somebody else over and above our own needs. So I am here to realign you and put you back on track so that you can be a better giver, so that you can be a better service to your family and your friends. Because if you put yourself first, you're going to be happier. You're going to be healthier. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have more vitality. You're just going to be in a better spirit, because what? You're doing what makes you happy. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. Because as you move through this life, there's going to come a time when this life is going to be about to wrap up. And as you're taking those last breaths, you won't be thinking about all of the things that you did. One of the things that you're going to be doing is regretting the things that you never did. So if I can encourage you to place yourself first, place your dreams first, place your heart first, place your happiness first, then that will put you in a position to where you're a better person. You're a better dad, you're a better mom, you're a better husband, a better wife, a better friend, because you are better. And when you're better, everybody that's connected to you that loves you for real will be better. Everybody will be a beneficiary of you being in a great mood. Nobody wants to be around you when you're grumpy, and you're grumpy because you're not happy, and you're not happy because you haven't made yourself happy. Too many times we look for other people outside of ourselves, other people, other places, other things for our happiness and our joy. Our true happiness and joy will always come from within. That is our responsibility. My happiness is not anybody else's but mine. Your happiness is not the responsibility of anybody else's but you. You. It's your life. Choose you. That's the topic for today. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed this brief moment together today, and hopefully you have the courage and the strength and the fortitude to place yourself first and to put your life back in alignment, because that is the way things are supposed to be. Because the better you are, the better you are for other people. Fair enough? Excellent. If this message spoke to you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share this with somebody else, because we are dedicated to coming to you each and every week to empower you where you are, to be the best person that you can be, to live the life that you have seen for yourself, to equip you with every tool that we possibly can do so to make it just a little bit easier and a little bit better. You can connect with me at adrobertsnow.com. You can also connect with me for coaching and mindset stuff and hypnosis at the oasismindspa.com too. So again, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I look forward to seeing you next time. Be brilliant.
This is A.D. Roberts, and you have been listening to Better Is Now, the podcast. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more inspiring content. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube.